All right, let's do a walking tour so we can see the vehicle. So from the back, we have the 3 batteries, 1, 2, and 3. This is where the charger port's going to go. So this is a stock EV. Everything from the bell housing back, the entire powertrain, is all stock. Alright. BMS 5.5 kilowatt charger. This is the stack of batteries that are going to go above the MCA in the front for a total of 7 batteries. Here's a view from this side. We'll walk around and I'll look at each piece. Here's my temporary, how I ran the wiring. So you can see there's the bell housing, transmission, transfer case, shaft. This is my temporary dash, the ignition switch, the throttle, and the AEM CJ-7 instrument cluster. Big picture items here are the motor is down there. It rides in its own cradle. So everything from the adapter plate all the way back underneath, including some of these pieces down here, are all part of the MCA, the motor cradle assembly. The top part, which consists of these parts, it rests on top of the motor cradle assembly on the existing frame rail motor mount bolts. So this is the CAN bus hub. This is the power supply that's mostly switched. This is the emergency 12-volt off. This is a rat's nest of wires. This is the SCM. The SCM specifically is a low voltage junction box. Makes it a much easier way to hook everything up. This is the high voltage junction box that I've just made. It constitutes how all the high voltage goes straight through and is controlled only by the inverter. This is the full shut off of the high voltage, 400 amp fuse, primary contactor, and a small set of buses in there to power things like the DC to DC converter. This is the electric fan mounted radiator that will generate all the necessary cooling for the batteries and the inverter. This is the motor here, high voltage coming out of the inverter all the way into the top of here. That over there, tucked down there, is the DC to DC charger. Brand new glass battery. And there are the pack that will go, it'll go from here to directly on top of here with a plate across the top. So it'll stack 4 high this way, coming up to right about there. Right where those nuts are. That's why I think I'm going to move the low voltage junction box, the SCM, probably down into here somewhere. I'm going to move the inverter up here as well. Get it so that it's out of that buried position in with the motor. All right, here's another view from the side. And one more piece of equipment I just haven't put in yet. This is the Volvo electric power steering unit. It's a CAN bus system, so once it's hooked up, it won't have any parasitic loss just because it's running. It'll only run when there's a signal that's sent to it. Once that happens, it turns on automatically and you can never tell the difference, but it's all electric and self-contained. All right, I think that's it for my walkthrough.